When disaster strikes and supply chains collapse, there are 10 specific canned foods the government will come for first, and if you don't have them stockpiled now, you'll be left empty-handed when you need them most. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal exactly which canned foods are at the top of government seizure lists during national emergencies, why these items are considered so critical that authorities will prioritize them over everything else, and most importantly, how you can legally prepare and protect your family's food security before it's too late. Welcome to Food Fixer, where we help you navigate food security and emergency preparedness. If this information could save your family during a crisis, hit that like button and subscribe for more life-saving food tips. Let's start with the foods that will disappear from shelves first, the high-protein emergency staples that government agencies consider absolutely essential for survival operations. Canned meat products, particularly Spam and similar processed meats, sit at the very top of government seizure lists during national emergencies. Here's why these unassuming cans are so valuable that authorities will prioritize them above almost everything else. During a crisis, fresh meat becomes impossible to distribute safely without refrigeration, making canned alternatives the only viable protein source for mass feeding operations. A single can of Spam contains over 1,000 calories and provides complete proteins with all essential amino acids your body needs to survive. Government emergency planners know that when people are stressed, physically active from disaster response, or dealing with cold conditions, they need calorie-dense foods that can sustain them for hours. Historical records show that during World War II, canned meat was among the first foods requisitioned by the government for both military and civilian emergency use. The same protocols exist today, and during declared emergencies, federal agencies have the legal authority to commandeer these products from stores, warehouses, and even private stockpiles if they deem it necessary for the greater good. Canned fish, especially tuna and sardines, represent the second tier of government priorities, and for strategic reasons that most people never consider. These small cans pack an incredible nutritional punch. A single can of sardines contains more calcium than a glass of milk, heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, and complete proteins that your body can immediately use. But here's what makes them so valuable to emergency planners. They require absolutely zero preparation. No cooking, no heating, no additional ingredients. You can literally eat them straight from the can with nothing but a fork. During disasters, when power grids fail and cooking facilities are destroyed, this becomes critically important. Government agencies know that canned fish can feed people immediately without requiring any infrastructure, making them perfect for rapid deployment to disaster zones. Additionally, the compact size means maximum nutrition per pound of weight, crucial when transportation becomes limited. Emergency management officials have standing orders to secure canned fish supplies because they provide both immediate sustenance and long-term nutritional support that can prevent malnutrition in extended crisis situations. Canned beans might seem ordinary, but they're extraordinary in the eyes of government emergency planners. Here's the reality that most people miss. Beans provide both protein and fiber at a cost so low that they can feed massive populations without breaking emergency budgets. A single can of black beans contains about 15 grams of protein and 15 grams of fiber, plus essential minerals like iron and folate that prevent serious health problems during extended emergencies. But the real reason government agencies target these items is their versatility and shelf stability. Canned beans can sit in warehouses for years without deterioration. They don't require refrigeration, and they can be eaten cold if necessary or heated for better palatability. During large-scale emergencies, government feeding operations need foods that can serve hundreds or thousands of people quickly, and beans stretch other ingredients while providing substantial nutrition. The fiber content is particularly important because it helps people feel full longer, reducing the total amount of food needed per person per day. This makes beans incredibly valuable when feeding large populations with limited supplies. Now let's move to the versatile ingredients that government agencies know are essential for maintaining both nutrition and morale during extended crises. Canned tomatoes and tomato paste are among the most strategically important foods in government emergency stockpiles, and the reason goes far beyond their nutritional value. While they do provide essential vitamin C and lycopene, their real value lies in their incredible versatility for large-scale cooking operations. Government emergency kitchens need base ingredients that can create multiple different meals to prevent food fatigue and maintain morale during extended disasters. Canned tomatoes can become soup, sauce for pasta, base for stews, or ingredients in rice dishes, essentially transforming basic starches into palatable, varied meals. Tomato paste is even more concentrated, allowing emergency cooks to create flavorful meals that don't taste like survival rations. During Hurricane Katrina, emergency feeding operations quickly discovered that people wouldn't eat bland, repetitive meals even when hungry, leading to waste and nutrition problems. Government planners learned that having flavor bases like canned tomatoes was essential for maintaining public cooperation with emergency feeding programs. This is why these items are high on requisition lists. They're not just food, they're the foundation for keeping large populations fed and cooperative during extended emergencies. Canned soups and stews represent the perfect emergency food from a government logistics perspective because they solve multiple problems simultaneously. Each can is essentially a complete meal with protein, vegetables, carbohydrates, and adequate sodium levels to replace what people lose through stress and physical activity during disasters. But here's what makes them particularly valuable to emergency planners. They require minimal preparation and virtually no additional ingredients. During crisis situations, government feeding operations often lack the infrastructure, time, or personnel to prepare complex meals. Canned soups can be heated and served immediately, or eaten cold if necessary, making them ideal for rapid deployment to evacuation centers, emergency shelters, or disaster zones. The psychological factor is equally important. Soup provides comfort and warmth that helps maintain morale during traumatic situations. Government emergency management studies show that familiar foods like chicken noodle soup or vegetable beef stew help reduce anxiety and improve cooperation among displaced populations. This combination of nutritional completeness, ease of preparation, and psychological benefits makes canned soups a top priority for government acquisition during emergencies. Canned vegetables serve a critical role that goes far beyond basic nutrition. They're essential for preventing the social unrest that can develop when populations are sustained on monotonous emergency rations for extended periods. While canned corn, green beans, and mixed vegetables provide necessary vitamins and minerals, their real value to government emergency planners is maintaining public health and morale. During extended emergencies, people become increasingly difficult to manage if they're eating the same bland foods repeatedly. Canned vegetables add variety, color, and familiar flavors that help maintain psychological well-being. From a nutritional standpoint, they provide fiber that prevents digestive problems common in emergency situations, plus essential micronutrients that prevent deficiency diseases that could overwhelm medical facilities. Government health officials know that vitamin deficiencies can develop quickly during stress, and having a variety of canned vegetables available prevents costly health crises that would strain emergency medical resources. The shelf stability means these can be pre-positioned in government warehouses and deployed quickly when needed. The final category includes specialized foods that serve specific survival needs and vulnerable populations, items so critical that government agencies have specific protocols for acquiring them during emergencies. Canned fruit, particularly varieties packed in light syrup, provide something that other emergency foods cannot: quick energy and hydration in a single package. The natural sugars provide immediate energy that stressed bodies can use instantly, while the liquid content helps maintain hydration when slow. Water might be limited, but here's what most people don't realize about canned fruit in emergency situations. It prevents scurvy and other vitamin deficiency diseases that can develop surprisingly quickly during disasters. Government health officials know that without adequate vitamin C, people can develop serious health problems within weeks, creating additional burdens on emergency medical systems. Canned peaches, pears, and fruit cocktail provide these essential vitamins in shelf-stable forms that can be stockpiled and distributed rapidly. The psychological benefits are equally important. The sweetness and familiar taste provide comfort during traumatic situations, helping maintain morale and cooperation among emergency populations. During extended disasters, this psychological component becomes crucial for maintaining social order and preventing panic. Evaporated milk and sweetened condensed milk are among the most strategically important items in government emergency planning because they solve a critical problem that fresh milk cannot address during disasters. When refrigeration fails and supply chains collapse, These shelf-stable alternatives become the only way to provide essential calcium, protein, and calories that vulnerable populations need. Evaporated milk can be reconstituted with water to create a milk substitute for children, elderly persons, and anyone with special dietary needs. Sweetened condensed milk provides concentrated calories and can be used in food preparation to make basic ingredients more palatable and nutritious. Government emergency planners specifically target these items because they serve multiple functions. They can be consumed as beverages, used in cooking, or even eaten directly for quick energy. The long shelf life means they can be pre-positioned in emergency stockpiles without spoilage concerns. During disasters, when normal food distribution breaks down, these products become essential for maintaining the health of vulnerable populations who cannot survive on basic starches and proteins alone. Canned infant formula represents perhaps the most critical item on government emergency acquisition lists because it literally means life or death for vulnerable populations. Unlike other emergency foods that provide nutrition options, infant formula is irreplaceable for babies who cannot breastfeed or whose mothers cannot produce adequate milk due to stress, malnutrition, or medical conditions common during disasters. Government emergency management agencies have specific protocols for acquiring and distributing infant formula because alternatives simply don't exist. The nutritional requirements for infants are so specific that regular foods cannot substitute, making these canned products absolutely essential for family survival. Emergency planners know that infant mortality rates spike during disasters when adequate nutrition isn't available, creating both humanitarian crises and social instability. Having adequate supplies of canned infant formula prevents these cascading problems and maintains public trust in government emergency response capabilities. Canned ready meals like chili, pasta dishes, and complete dinner combinations provide something that individual ingredients cannot: complete psychological and nutritional satisfaction in a single container. These products contain protein, carbohydrates, vegetables, and seasonings combined into familiar meals that people recognize and accept readily. From a government logistics perspective, they're incredibly valuable because they require minimal preparation time and infrastructure while providing maximum nutritional and psychological benefit. During stressful emergency situations, people need foods that provide comfort and familiarity, not just calories. Canned chili, beef stew, or pasta dishes taste like real meals rather than survival rations, helping maintain morale and cooperation among emergency populations. The complete nutrition profile means government feeding operations can serve fewer different products while still meeting dietary requirements, simplifying logistics, and reducing waste. These items are often among the first foods diverted from commercial distribution to government emergency stockpiles because they provide the most benefit per unit of storage space and preparation effort. Understanding which foods government agencies will prioritize during emergencies isn't about paranoia. It's about realistic preparation for situations that have happened repeatedly throughout history. Every item on this list serves specific strategic purposes that make them valuable to emergency management operations. By stockpiling these same foods for your family, you're thinking like emergency planners and ensuring you have the nutrition, versatility, and psychological comfort needed to weather extended crisis situations. The key is building your stockpile gradually, focusing on foods your family will actually eat, and rotating stock to maintain freshness. Remember, the goal isn't just survival. It's maintaining health, morale, and family stability during the most challenging situations you might face. If this information opened your eyes to the realities of emergency food planning, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Food Fixer for more insights into food security and emergency preparedness. Your family's safety might depend on the knowledge you gain today.